What's going on there, nieces and nephews? As always, it's the old fart. It's your Uncle Ed. Um, I hope you all had a very enjoyable Thanksgiving with your loved ones. I'm opening this up now. I've had this probably for 3-4 days now. Got it just before Thanksgiving. And I'm excited. I am excited like you wouldn't believe, because I'm dying to read these. Yep. It's a couple books. One is signed. These were purchased from Cornette Collectibles. Now, unless you're into wrestling, you're not going to know who James Cornette is. Jim Cornette was a manager in the NWA back in the days of Georgia Championship Wrestling and World Championship Wrestling of the Midnight Express. He came out with a book December 12th called Heroes and Friends that features all of his photographs. Jim started out in the business as a photographer. And I'm a big fan of Jim Cornette. I was a fan back in the days when everybody hated his guts in the Midnight Express. You know, I go back to the days of Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey, and then with Stan Lane. Bobby Eaton was a favorite of mine. He's another one of those guys that is just so smooth in the ring. There's 3 wrestlers that are faves that I don't think they get the love that they should. One being the late Bobby Eaton. Someone I met in Florida at the West Palm Beach Auditorium. Called Barry Windham. Blackjack Mulligan's son. Always a big fan of his. Another one. Smooth as fucking silk. And last but not least, someone who passed away was not a huge name like his father was. But I was always a big fan. Brad Armstrong. Those are the 3 of my favorite wrestlers. Anyway, here's the book. It's signed on the front. This is Heroes and Friends. Enjoy the history of real pro wrestling. Jim Cornette. See, it's signed right there. Photos he's got are amazing. There's a lot to read in here. I am stoked. I can't wait to start reading. I'm going to start reading it tonight. Farewell to Bruno tonight in the Brendan Byrne Meadowlands Arena. I worked there. This is great. This is going to be a good fucking read, I can tell you. A lot of the articles and stuff that's in here are from Mr. Cornette's collection, and he's got like one of the biggest collections. Table of Contents, Pro Wrestling Remembrances by Jim Cornette, Heroes and Friends. Introduction and acknowledgments, then Bobby the Brain Heenan, who I got to meet before he passed away. I kowtowed to him. I was always a fan of Bobby the Brain. Quickest wit. And when I got to meet him in person, you know, he worked me. But I kind of teared up a little bit to see how the cancer ravaged him really broke my heart. And the Sheik, Bruno Sammartino, the Blonde Bomber, Ray Stevens, Dream Machine, Troy Graham, Paul Bearer, Vader, Boo Bradley. Do you know who Boo Bradley is? No? Yes, you do. If you're an ECW fan, Boo Bradley is Balls Mahoney. I mean, it's a shame, all these people are gone. Special section, Pioneers of Tennessee Wrestling. Pat Malone, Sputnik Monroe, Lance Russell, and Ron Wright. I am going to enjoy reading this fucking one. That you can guarantee. And the second book I got is kind of like a homespun thing. Wrestling in the Garden. The Battle for New York. Works, shoots, and double crosses. The history of professional wrestling at Madison Square Garden is a pretty lurid tale, This book was written by Scott Teal, Crowbar Press, and J. Michael Kenyon. This is going to take a while to read, but I'm going to read it. That's for damn sure. I mean, it's got a log of like every show at the Garden. My God. This is a fucking barrel of information. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. This is going to be a fun read. I mean, this is going to be a good read. This is going to be a fun read. Bobby's got photos of signed photos from the wrestlers that, he got from other people in the business that he got. Can't wait to read. Gonna start reading this tonight. That's it for this one. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go have dessert.